The first impression Antoinette Charlebois gave me was a companionable, lively woman who loved to chat and was always ready to listen. If she had not told her story, I would have never guessed the ordeals she went through and the traumas she suffered. Born in Midland, Ontario in 1951, Antoinette had 10 siblings, most of whom she never knew. Taken from her parents as a baby and placed in foster care, she was sent to Huronia Regional Center at the age of 5, where the darkest period of her life began.
I think there were 10 of us. That's what they told me. I only knew there was only 3 of us, but when I was up in the institution, they told me there was 10 of us, but I didn't know.
An institution for developmentally disabled children, Huronia was a dismal place of injustice and abuse. Rather than providing them with the care and support they needed, Antoinette and her fellow residents were subjected to inhumane treatment.
They put you in a straitjacket for no damn reason. I saw what they did to somebody. And they put them in ice pack, if you know what ice pack is. Really, really cold water in a bathtub. And they keep them there for hours. And they tried to kill them like that too. And I got badly injured there. I had my hand broken 4 times. I was thrown down the stairs about, maybe 3 times. And I'm double jointed in my both ankles. And it was so bad what they did to us. It was awful. And they pull your hair. They give you a dope needle. If you don't, I never got it, thank God. But I know some people that got it, and it was so heartbreaking. And you feel sorry for what they do there. They really hurt people. They don't care.
Not only that, but the austere rules and miserable conditions at the institution prevented the patients from any happiness.
We were afraid to sing there because they told us to shut our mouth. That we weren't allowed to talk or anything. And I said, that's not right. Why if somebody wants to be happy? Why are they doing this? They used to throw the patients on the floor in the playroom. They made them walk in line like if they don't care. And it was hard on everybody. It was on me. I couldn't take it anymore. And they didn't have windows that we could look outside. It was like you were looking out a bar. That's how bad it was.
Some became severely depressed.
I saw a little boy die there in front of my eyes. He hit his head on the floor so hard that it was so sad, and he died because he was so upset the way he was. He said, nobody likes me. Nobody wants to be my friend. I felt sorry when I saw that. I said, why is people are so cruel? And it was really bad what they did to everybody. A lot of them were really upset.
There were many incidents resulting in death at the institution, but the people who died were not given the respect they deserved. Antoinette was heartbroken when she discovered a cemetery behind the building filled with unnamed gravestones marked only by numbers.
Then we go to the cemetery up in Aurelia, behind the building where they did this cemetery, and it wasn't right. It was so terrible there. They put stones there upside down with no name on. They just put numbers, and they didn't say the date when they died there or anything. And it was so heartbroken.
Many of Antoinette's brothers and sisters were also present at the institution, including Mary Slock, whom Antoinette now lives with, but she was never informed of their identities. She only reconciled with them after the class action lawsuit against the government to secure some kind of justice for the abuses the residents endured at the regional centre. It seemed that the institution wanted the children to feel as isolated as possible.
I went through a lot. Marie knows that I told her. She didn't know me then because we didn't see each other for 50 years. They didn't tell me she was my sister. I didn't know she was there. Because they don't tell us. They don't tell you nothing. Like my sister Karen was there. My brother Tommy was there.
Being the kind soul that she is, Antoinette tried her best to befriend others and help the children around her, even though she would have been in serious trouble and punished for doing so. She knew that what was happening wasn't right.
And I said to this girl, I said, please don't get upset. Because if you need any help, I will try to help you and be your friend. But I don't want everybody to know that I'm your friend to help you. And if you need anything, please come and ask me. And I told her that. And she was very happy about it. I had another friend there. Her name was Kathy. And she had epilepsy. I remember when she took one, I ran right over to her to help her. Because I was afraid she hit her head on the floor. So what I did, I went into one of the rooms and I took a pillow and I put her head on it. But that's all I could remember, that I helped her. And she thanked me a lot for doing that.
Antoinette was overjoyed when she was finally released from the institution about 5 years later.
I was so happy when I got out of there because I couldn't take it anymore. Because it's really heartbreaking.
Fortunately, she didn't let the horrific ordeal intimidate her. She pursued her dream of becoming a hairdresser and attended George Brown College for hairdressing, eventually establishing a salon with a friend and attaining a successful career.
Then I went to George Brown College because I wanted to take hairdressing, and that's what I did. I was working with well, she passed away a few years ago. Her name was Lottie, and I worked with her at her beauty salon on Bathurst Street. Oh, I love hairdressing. Yes, I still do it. I do it for my sister. But I don't do it for everybody because now it's hard for me to do it. I can't stay on my back too long.
However, she wasn't able to forget the traumatic events that had occurred or the pain inflicted upon her.
But this is what they did. And it really hurt me and I never forgot it. But now I go to different groups to help to talk about it.
Despite getting out of the institution, she still faced unfair treatment and discrimination from some people in society. Not everyone believes her story, which hurts Antoinette deeply.
But I don't like to tell everybody because not everybody believes that. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, we don't believe it. They have a sewer place there. I don't know if Marie told you. They had a sewer where the cemetery is. That's where they buried everybody, and they never told nobody. We found out ourselves. We saw the damn sewer. I don't know if Marie told you it or not, but I'm telling you, this is the honest God truth. And the government do not want to believe us. Don't go and tell other people that you don't believe us. Because we know what we went through and how we feel. And we're hurt about it. Even to the goddamn government, we're mad. They were supposed to give us better money, and they didn't. They tried to say that we're lying about it.
Antoinette receives encouragement from her friends in Toronto.
You know how I got through it? I had friends in Toronto. that really talked to me, like in Baycrest. My friend, her name is Cindy. I don't know Cindy's last name, but she's a social worker there. And she was the one that really helped me when I told her what happened to me. She said, you know what, Antoinette, you don't need to get upset about that because you're out of there and you don't need to worry about anybody picking on you anymore.
She also attends groups with her sister, where they're taught to sew and crochet. She finds comfort in these activities and uses her talents to cheer the spirits of others.
Yeah, it is therapy. And I'm glad, like I go to the hospital with Marie to Sunnybrook, and it was a lady, Chinese lady, I don't know her name or anything. She was doing chemo. And she said, I like to learn how to do that. Can you please teach me? You know what I did? I took my crochet and I showed her how to do it. You know what? I love doing it. I really do. Because I love to help people.
Being a hairdresser, Antoinette also had the pleasure of hearing her clients somewhat ramble about their daily lives. These stories helped shape her to be the amazingly sympathetic and compassionate person I met. She knows that everyone has their own difficulties because of her own experiences and is incredibly forgiving, though sometimes she's hurt because of it.
I said I gotta be kind to people because I believe in being kind. My mother was a kind person. She tried to help everybody. But you know, not everybody would like you to do that. You know, they get very upset because you're trying to help them. But what can you do? You know, you just try your best. I'm a strong person and too kind-hearted to people. I get hurt a lot, but then I forgive them because I know they went through a lot too, so I forgive.
Antoinette volunteers at Baycrest Hospital and has wonderful relationships with many of the staff and patients there. Even complete strangers have said that she has a light to her.
She told me, she said, you are a lovely person. We all love you. Even the volunteers that I never knew there before, they told me, oh my God, you're so nice to the people. I can't believe it. I said, yeah, true. I love to help people. Well, I try to help everybody as much as I can, you know, because I know they went through a lot.
Antoinette is passionate about fighting for the rights of people with disabilities, both physical and mental. She despises all the hate and judgment in the world, especially the labels placed on people who learn differently or have difficulties accomplishing some tasks.
I want people to know we're not crazy and we're not mentally retarded. We're normal like anybody else. Maybe we're slow learners, but we're not like they are.
She hopes by spreading her story, it will prevent more innocent children from being sent to institutions where they are regarded as incompetent and inferior, and help give a voice back to those whose voices were taken from them.
It was a terrible place to be. And you know what I want to say? Please do not take your children, even if they have problems, to an institution like anywhere, because it's not right.
To all you young people out there, here is a valuable revelation and a piece of advice.
I want to tell you something. These young people, some of them are very rude to the disability people. You know what I mean? People that don't know, like, it's not their fault the way they were born. Like, I know a few friends of mine that I go to. We get in a group and we talk about it. And they're hurt because they can't see, or if they have other problems. And these young kids make fun of them, it's not right. Even at the school, I don't think it's right. Why don't you go to school and learn to behave and be nice to other people, and don't be so cruel, and not to fight. What are you fighting for? Life is too short to fight. Be kind to one another.
I had the opportunity to visit Antoinette in person. She and her sister Marie are living happily together with their pets, an adorable cat named Maggie and an energetic dog named Buster.
3 years, it's going to be 3 years in June. We've been together, and we love it. We have lots of fun. We joke around with each other. We make fun of each other, but it's just as a joke.
They plan each other's surprises and often tease each other. Marie shares Antoinette's hobby of crocheting and embroidery, and their works are quite the masterpieces. Antoinette also loves singing, and her voice is beautiful, just like her personality.
Bonjour, Mama Lily, come and later, je peux toi, Sally, come lève-toi, dis bonjour, lève-moi, quand le soleil dit bonjour, Maman Tania. Lily, come and lève-toi, lève-moi. Lève-toi, dis-toi, lève-moi, lève-toi.